In the beginning of the episode, we are shown a news scene where it is revealed that the show, True of Recipe, had an event that has made the audience go crazy. This event, which happened between Moon and Nice, impressed the audience, and as a result, Nice's popularity has grown. We are then shown a man watching the news, who is getting very annoyed and says that if he can't have her, no one will. After this, we are shown a scene from Moon's journey. She used to be a free-spirited travel blogger, traveling all over the place, and gradually gaining an audience. She became very popular, and that's when she gained the power of teleportation and became a hero. As you know, she loved to travel, which is why she got the power of teleportation. In an incident, Moon is with some children on a trip, crossing a road when a thug comes driving a car. Moon tries to stop him, and the car gets out of control, flying in the air. Just then, Nice arrives and saves Moon. This incident was witnessed by many people, and after that, everyone wanted to see them in a relationship and start dating. After some time, news spread that they had started dating, and as a result, both of their popularity increased along with trust value. We are shown that Lin is having a dream where he is enjoying with Moon, but then he sees that Moon has died. When he wakes up, he finds that there is no blood, and Moon is not in the bed. He later sees that Moon is casually walking on the treadmill, jogging. Lin realizes it was just a dream. Since she is his girlfriend now, at least he wants to say good morning to her. As he goes to say good morning, Moon stops him. They sit down to have breakfast, and Lin is confused about what's going on. Moon tells him that he doesn't need to act because she knows he's not nice. She then asks him where Nice is. Lin hesitates and says that Nice is dead. Upon hearing this, Moon becomes angry. She calls Miss J and asks her why she is torturing her. She says, "When will you stop messing with my mind? When will you stop making me act?" She says she doesn't want to play the girlfriend role anymore. After a while, Miss J arrives and explains that Nice wasn't an ordinary person, he was a very valuable brand of their company. She says they need to ensure that Nice stays in front of them. Moon refuses to accept that and tells Miss J that she doesn't want to play the role of a wife, but Miss J informs her that fans want them to get married now, and they had signed a contract which included this clause. Moon becomes furious upon hearing this, and Miss J locks both of them in a room, telling them they will remain there until they make a decision. There is no Wi-Fi or any other service in the room, so they are stuck. Lin asks if Moon can't teleport, and Moon, irritated, says not to talk nonsense. She then starts to destroy things, letting her hair down, which makes her look even cuter than before. There's no food delivery, so Moon starts to cook, and Lin brings some fruits like strawberries. He tries to start a conversation, but Moon is not in the mood to talk. She picks up a strawberry and throws it at the statue, saying she never liked the statue. Lin agrees and throws more strawberries at it. Later, Moon says that Lin is like Nice, always focused on perfection and keeping everything clean. Lin admits that he started to become like that too. Moon tells him not to try to be like Nice and just be himself. The two of them start throwing strawberries and fruits at each other, having fun. Eventually, they get tired and lie down to sleep. Moon sleeps on the bed, and Lin sleeps on the couch. Moon asks Lin why he hasn't told her his name yet. Lin responds that she never told him why she can't teleport. Moon then reveals that she has a gun which she uses to create portals, but the portals always open in front of Nice. She can't open them wherever she wants because fans wanted it this way, and that's why she got this power. She sees it as a curse. Lin then asks if Moon ever liked Nice, to which Moon responds that she only had a contract with him, nothing more. Lin then tells her his name. Lin Ling. Moon says that his name is better than Nice. She closes the portal and wishes him good night. They both fall asleep. A month has passed, and they have been stuck without TV or Wi-Fi, not knowing what to do. Moon gets frustrated and tries to hang herself with a rope. Meanwhile, the surveillance team is watching everything. Miss J says, "Don't worry, they are stuck together." sooner or later, they will develop feelings for each other. Lin sees the rope and realizes he can turn it into a swing using a broken board Moon had thrown. He makes the swing and brings it back, and Moon starts swinging on it. Lin then reveals that he works in an agency where he makes promos, most of which he has made for Moon. Moon says, "Oh, so when you knew the answer during the live stream, you were thanking me?" Lin replies that Moon means a lot to him and that she motivated him to move forward. This leads to their marriage. Everyone is happy. But then an enemy of Nice, named Rek, appears and says, "I won't let this happen. She is mine." And by doing this, he moves forward, so Nice says, "There's nothing for you here, get out." Then Rick says, "I want you, Nice," and here they both start fighting. Basically, this guy is a little obsessed and says, "Why aren't you answering my calls, messages, and emails?" Then Moon comes in, keeps opening the portal, and tries to face him, but Rick is quite annoyed. He says, "She keeps coming and talks too loudly. Let's go somewhere else, we should talk in private." So here, the three of them start fighting, and everyone starts recording. Okay, people usually say, normally, the enemy comes and attacks the girl, and the hero saves her. But no, today it's the opposite. The girl is attacking, and the guy is saving her. Seriously, it's flipped. Mr. Nice sees it and says, "This is going off script, what are you doing?" We are shown a scene from a week ago when they were sitting together, enjoying themselves. Lin looks really happy seeing Moon close to him, and he says to Moon, "Can we think about that marriage thing?" Just then, a swing breaks, and Moon falls down. She gets angry, stands up, and leaves, saying, "You think about it." Then Lin gets an idea and calls Miss J. He says, "Look, these two's relationship is quite perfect, it can't break just like that, so why don't we introduce a third person between them who will break them apart and stop the marriage?" They both like this idea, but Miss J takes it in a different direction and says, "Look, Nice is perfect, and we can't remove him, but we can create an incident where we kill Moon." The relationship between them got a lot of popularity before marriage, and if Moon dies, the popularity will be huge. Miss J comes up with an amazing idea, and even though Lin didn't think of it like this, they show us the current scene. Drones arrive and tell Lin to follow the script, but they're randomly fighting like crazy. We are shown that Rick has gotten much more serious, and he's really starting to get mad. He says, "I know you're not the real Nice, the Nice I know, tell me where he is." Moon comes to attack, and Rick knocks her down, getting ready to kill her. He says, "Tell me or your girlfriend will die." This is all going according to their plan. Moon says, kill me," but we see that Rick is really serious and is crying, asking, "Tell me where he is." Lin tells him, he's dead, and Rick starts crying terribly, going crazy. He starts attacking like a madman, and the drones tell Lin, "You both need to leave. We're sending other heroes because he's gone crazy, it's too hard to stop him." Lin says, "He's my enemy, so I'll handle him." Miss J says, "He's not your caliber, you can't handle him," but Lin doesn't stop and moves forward to fight him. Moon tries to help, but Lin seriously starts fighting and attacking Rick, who counters with some dangerous moves. However, Nice knocks him down with one punch. We are shown that this punch makes Rick realize that Nice's punch is not as weak as he thought. We learn that they used to be best friends, and their dream was to become heroes together. They were working hard together, but eventually, they got a script that turned them into enemies. However, this didn't affect Rick much because he enjoyed playing the enemy role since it gave Nice a lot of popularity and trust value. But slowly, they started drifting apart. Rick contacted Miss J to ask when the next shoot with Nice would be, but over time, as Nice got new projects, Rick stopped getting replies from him. This really hurt Rick, and he says, "Our dream of becoming heroes together, that's already broken." Later, Rick falls down, but we are shown that Moon says, "I was focusing on you and forgot to dodge." And there's a wound on her chest with blood. Lin saves her and says, "Don't worry, you'll be fine, we'll take you and heal you." Moon says, "Yes, we'll be fine. You remember, I have a fake blood pack, prepared by Miss J. It's not real blood, don't worry, why are you crying?" Lin cries because he feels bad. Moon tells him that because of him, she will now be free and able to live her life happily. Okay, she's crying, and the audience gets emotional. Miss J commands that the news should spread through the media by tonight. She also cries and says, he's a really amazing actor. Moon is given a tribute, and Nice tells everyone to pray for Moon to get the freedom she wanted. The news is spreading, and Lin sits aside watching as Moon prepares for her vacation. Now, she wants to be free. Lin then takes a gun and opens a portal where a beach appears, prepared for Moon. She says, "Finally, I'm free from the girlfriend curse," and though she doesn't know what she wants in life, she's sure of one thing, she doesn't want to be his girlfriend. She asks, "What do you want?" Then the news shows that Nice is now in the top 10 rankings, and his popularity has grown significantly. Moon says, "Okay, if that's what you want, then you stay happy," and leaves. But obviously, I feel like Lin was going to say, "I want you," but before he could, the portal closes. Next, we see Enlighter, who is still watching footage. He's trying to figure out if Nice is real or not, and he knows Nice isn't real. He notices a moment when the CEO arrived and his heart rate increased. He starts researching the company and finds out the CEO committed suicide. He looks at their faces and realizes that Lin Ling is Nice. Just then, we hear a voice saying, "People's trust is very cheap. Most people want to believe what they want to believe, even if it's a lie." Then a character called Spotlight or something similar speaks up. They start discussing working together, and Enlighter puts on a mask. He says, "You're no longer Enlighter, Enlighter is dead. Now, you're God Eye." He's turned into a completely different kind of enemy. The episode ends here. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.